Establish distance and create a healthy boundary between you and said parent. And that part is difficult. I know we've been taught growing up that, it's your mom, you only get one of those, or this is your dad. And, it's important that family is family and you treat them like that and, make it work and that kind of thing. Also, in the same breath, your sanity and your health is also more important, and your safety, because some things can go very awry. I mean, you can really get narcissists who are physical or what have you. It can be very unsafe. So creating a distance looks like, well, what I know I did was a family cutoff. And I heard someone else coined that. That's not literally what I was like. Oh, you know what? I'm going to go and do a family cutoff now. It wasn't like that, but it was definitely like a change needs to be made in now, and I've actually done it with some friendships as well, where I'm like, okay, this is not going to work. This feels very unhealthy. I feel pulled from. I feel drained every time I'm around this person. I feel like I'm not showing up as healthy or encouraging or as a light and happy. I'm not happy here. It has me question myself, my confidence. It has me look at myself as a bad person being in this space with them, with like this family member or this friend or what have you. And so I just did a, like, you know what? This has to stop. I didn't know what it was. I didn't have term for it at the time. I was like, I'm leaving. The point is, cut your family member, and it sounds so bad. Cut their ass off. Cut them off. Give them space. And I say cut them off because you need a safe space to heal. You need to be able to go inside and speak to your child and reparent your child in a space that's not being saturated with you being the big bad wolf. Another thing you do with a narcissist in order to heal and move forward, surround yourself with people who are healthier. Surround yourself with people who are excited about life. Surround yourself with people who encourage you, who support you, who show up, who have no issue with saying what they feel and understanding your feelings, who show up for you in ways that a healthy support system should. And that can be a bit difficult to do, having come from a narcissistic environment. But once you have that space to be alone and process and connect with your inner child and do some actual like grunt work, some heavy work, you'll be able to know what that looks like more. Once you have done the work on yourself, you'll be able to see 3D people who fit the direction you're going in, and people who mean you well, and people you can mean well by. You can be there for them better than when you're not toxic or around a toxic environment. That's the other thing. And the last one I'm going to leave you with, as far as healing, is not to see them as big bad wolves. Do not see them as a big bad wolf. They are human, just like you are. They are human. Narcissists, as you'll hear most people explain and describe, are inhumane. They are nasty, vicious, non-empathetic, self-oriented bitches and jerks. And really, that to me sounds narcissistic. That to me sounds narcissistic. So that to me says you are becoming what you don't want to be. And you are assuming the victim role here. The goal is not to assume the victim role of what traumatized you or to become what traumatized you. The goal is to say, I need this freedom. I have one of these lives, one of them, and I'm living it to its absolute biggest, most full capacity possible. Okay? So the goal is not to see narcissists as evil beings. The goal is to see the child. See the little kid and the narcissist just as well as you see your own little kid in you. That does not mean that you welcome them back into your space. That does not mean that you don't establish those boundaries and keep them things fierce and strong. That does not mean that they can do and frolic all up and down and what have you, that you have available to them, that you should forgive them and let them back into your space. Tight-knit, codependent, enmeshment filled crap. It does not mean that. It means I understand why you are where you are. I understand why you are the way you are. And I get it. But until you're ready to invest into your own health, sanity, development, fulfillment, peace, inner peace, I don't want any parts of that. That's what that means. That means here's my boundary, and it's fierce, and it's not moving until I see that you have and you are taking the time to adjust your shit. I'm not doing it for you. I'm not going to convince you of anything. I'm not going to send you a video clip. I'm not going to do any of that. I want you to find the work, because they're not going to get it until they do it. They have to do the work. Otherwise, you are just pulling yourself down the street. For what? P.S. If you are looking to begin your healing journey, say this is a lot for you and you don't really know how and where to begin, or you need a hand or a accountability partner or someone to help you get started, I'm always available to you. I also have the Inner Paradise Code. The Inner Paradise Code is basically a course. It's like a little quick 20-minute class on how to get started on your healing journey, how to begin, what to look for, what do things sound like, how do I know when I'm making progress. It's just a quick class that helps you get started on creating a relationship within yourself so you can have some sanity and some peace and some sexy, within. You can express yourself. You can be around people who you know have your best interest at heart. And you know what that looks like. And you can attract people who treat you well, people who listen to you, people who support you, who invest in you, who shout your name when you're not in the room and speak well of you. And you have a relationship with yourself. You have a filtration system. You know how to filter out bullshit. You know how to call it out. You know how to show up in a space fully. And I also do personal coaching, trauma-informed coaching. Are you looking to transform, honey? Because I have absolutely transformed. I have absolutely transformed. And when you work on your inside, the outside cannot help but to reflect. If you're looking to make a difference in your life, you can absolutely check out the HOL Code, or the HOL Code.com, and also the Inside Code on Teachable. The Inside Code, or the Inner Paradise Code, on Teachable. And if you know anybody else who is also going through a similar situation, or who could really use the help, really use the ear or the coach or the class or anything along the lines of narcissism, absolutely refer them to me or send them this video or check out the links that I have attached. So I love you. Ciao.